Hey everyone there out at Kickstarter and YouTube. This is Roger, or GroovisX as I'm known on YouTube, and welcome back. This is the first kind of world debut of Dungeon Crusade, the gameplay. And so this is the first scenario, and the beast must die. And not too heavy of a one, it's just a good way to get acclimated to the mechanics and show you what Dungeon Crusade has to offer. At the start of the game, we always put down a siege tile. That's, of course, when the heroes have broken the doors down, and we're going to confront the monsters that are in the main hall here. So the rule is you can place them anywhere on, this is the start tile with the broken doors. So we'll put the barbarian here, put our cleric here, put our warrior out in front, and then our archer. So this is like the siege phase, and if you watched my video before, I wanted to make this like the beginning of like a big action movie. Right away, right into the action before anything. So we're going to come over here to our monster deck, and we're going to pull the first monster. And, oh, another side note, I tried to make this easy for you guys to read at home, color-coded things, so you could see attack, AC. So our first monster here is the Skeleton Warrior. And we can just place him right over here next to a hero card. And I put all the minis out, so we can just get them. Again, these are placeholders, the Reaper miniatures. Good people there, I partner with them, and they'll be providing the miniatures for Dungeon Crusade. So we get the red because of the dot, and we put him on right over here. If you notice, there's 3 crystals on the floor. So anytime you start a game, there's going to be 3 monsters in the main hall. Okay, we come over here and get the next one. Okay, it's a white orc archer. Over here to our orc archer, and here that is over here. He goes onto the crystal to the very back. And then lastly, the last monster, it's a zombie. And this is a black one, so we'll put him right over here. And where's the black zombie? Right here. And then he would come over onto the last crystal. So there you go, that's the start of Dungeon Crusade. Heroes broke door down. These are the monsters in the main hall. So this is how it all starts. We get, these are initiative tokens. We're going to flip these over. There's 7 of them. Oh, and Guardians will get 2 initiative tokens, and at the end of the game, when you go to a dark lair to fight the boss, he gets 3. So, but all other monsters, level 1, 2, and 3, they only get 1. You shuffle them. Now, this is important too. There's a party leader every turn. So right now, our warrior, signified by this, is our leader. So he will get the first initiative token. Okay, now he's going to act second. Then you go to monster, it goes hero, monster, hero, monster. Okay, the skeleton warrior is going to go 4th, followed by our cleric will act on the last turn. That's not good. Orc archer is going to go 6th. Our archer girl will go 5th, followed by the zombie will act 1st, and then lastly, our barbarian will go 3rd. So that's how the order starts. That's how you tell how combat starts. It's very balanced, I think, and very fair. So again, this gameplay will go a lot smoother, but I'm trying to film and explain the game. So let's take a look at the zombie. There's his stats. And then what these letters mean, that's if you're playing on recruit difficulty, normal, heroic, and legendary. There will be more on that later. So for his action, the zombie attempts to target a class 2 first, then a class 1 second. If neither are in range, it targets the closest hero. Something that I failed to mention. Now this is big if. When it refers to class 2 and class 1, I did that because if this is successful, I have 3 other heroes planned. So I would have to redo all these monster cards. We would have to redo all these monster cards to add in the new heroes. So what it is there's going to be 3 classes in Dungeon Crusade. Class 1 is your warrior, the barbarian. A class 2 is like your rogue, the archer. And finally, level 3 or class 3 is going to be your cleric and wizard. So if this goes over and you guys like this, I have much content, planned for this game. So when it says class 1 is like, your warriors, barbarians, class 2, archer, rogue, class 3. So his tactic is he attempts to target the class 2 first. So, and he has a movement of 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now he can't get to the archer there, so he would go to the closest hero according to his tactic. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that's who he's going to attack first. So, and then he has a special. You roll with, again, all heroes and monsters start with 3 dice to roll. This is the S die, and this is what this means. With attack roll the S d20. 16 through 20 placed a poison token on the hero's card. The hero must roll 1 less d20 for attack roll. A hero cannot have more than 1 poison token at a time. The poison is cleared after combat is over. Poison is very bad because you lose one of your d20s. And so this could potentially be pretty bad starting off. And again, I wanted to make this a very challenging game. And luckily the poison, he didn't, or disease, I called that special disease. Sorry, right here, it's disease. So he didn't. But we can see we add his attack, we add 4 to this. And so he did, that's of course a hit, and that's a hit. So that's 20. So he does 2 hits. We look over here on our warrior, and his AC starting out is only 12. So right off the bat, our warrior takes 2 hits. Hopefully you'll see how this will work, or how it is working. Okay, the next up would be actually the warrior. And we're going to try to attack, maybe try to get to the skeleton warrior over here. So I'm going to move him over here, 1, 2, 3. So he's going to go after the skeleton warrior, and we look at his starting is heroic strike. If you're a WoW player, you know where I got that from. So against any adjacent monster, because I'm only level 1, I get to add 3 to the attack roll. So we take the dice, and boy, that was a horrible roll. We can only add 3 to this. So, and this AC of the skeleton warrior is 13. So we did do 1 hit with that, but the other ones were no good. So we did 1 hit to the skeleton warrior. My thing is I'm trying to get him out before he gets to attack. Okay, third. This is good, our barbarian. So we're going to go with him, and he's going to use cleave against adjacent monsters. And level 1, I get to add 4 to the attack roll. So let's move him right over here. 1, 2, 3. And let's roll and see what we get. And so that's a hit. That's a hit. And that's not. So we do another 2 damage to that skeleton warrior. So he's almost dead. But what sucks is he's going to act next. So we could not kill him because, as you see, we're playing on normal difficulty. He has 4 hit points. So his tactic is the skeleton warrior targets the closest class 3. In this case, it would be our cleric. If it cannot attack a class 3, it will target the hero with the fewest hit points. So he's definitely in range, but the thing is, he can't move between them. You can move diagonal in Dungeon Crusade, but if there's 2 heroes blocking the way, they got him like boxed in. So what he's going to do is he's going to attack the hero with the fewest hit points, which would be the warrior. So his attack is against that, against him, and we're going to add a +5 to this attack. And he is successful just with the 1. So our warrior is going to take another hit. Guys, I have to stop. I'm at the 10-minute mark on my iPod. Hopefully you're liking this. I think it's going pretty good. The mechanics are very smooth. It's very challenging for sure. And so tune back in for part 2, and we'll see how the rest of this demo goes. Again, thank you for viewing, and I will see you soon.